Ahead of Adam Simba taking the ball. Away, but MFM quickly take back possession. Piece now by J2. Man, as they search, there's a new man already getting into the fray. Search coming, and it could have been resulted. A shot counted. Oh, what a goal for Plateau United! Equalizer. Energy. It almost he's a second touch. It is a second touch, really. But it's Peter Energy. Inspired substitution has put the Plateau United level here.
Now, what about this for Peter Energy? He just ran into that ball as soon as he saw the ball bubbling in the 18-yard box for his very second touch of this game. What about that for being sharp? Well, the referee was well positioned to see what's happening. Onuwadia with the assist in earning this penalty. Olatunbosun was way ahead of his defender, talking about Hamus Susale, and some contact there between. Perhaps instead of dragging his fall and Hamis ran into him or touched him, the referee was of opinion it's a penalty, and not many will quite argue with that. And the fans are up on their feet.
It's Ode going for his number 10 of 10 games. Can Ode take this one? Ode goes for it. Ode! 10 goals in 10 matches for Stephen Ode. He is a player in form, a player to be celebrated, a player to be on the lips of every football fan. What a way for that man. 10 games, 10 goals, 1 goal.
It's all a game football league followers in Nigeria wanted to see. MFL taking on Plateau United. And then Coach Fidelis Electrical, calm down. We'll get you into the studio. You let us know what's going on. We like the feeling. It's cool. And we love the Nigeria Professional Football League, and we love what we see. MFM are showing good signs, and that guy, Stephen Ode, doing all the magic for them at the moment. 10 goals in 10 matches. We'll talk about it. And match the 14 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. No away wins, 3 draws, 5 home wins, 16 goals scored. Let's run through the results. Wins for MFM, wins for Ifeanyi Uba. Aqua United couldn't win at Niger Tornadoes. They're asking questions about the officiating in that one. ABS and Aimba also share the spoils. So let's just run through the results of match day 14 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. The guys in the studio will talk about it. We will give attention now to MFM and that game between MFM and Plateau United. Let's talk about that guy. Let me begin with you. John Ode, what a story. Stephen Ode, what a story he's writing for us this season. And watch that guy closely.
Fairy tale run for him, Austin. You know, each day I drive through, I go to work, I pass through the school, the primary school he attended, and War Islam. You know, I begin to imagine how many of the likes of Stephen Ode will be in that school. I mean, here is a player that the secondary school attended opposite the Agege Stadium, the Dairy Farm Secondary School, and he's doing so well. It shows that a lot of talents are in this country.
That's right.
And if given the right platform, the right structure, you know, they can easily integrate into the system. Stephen Ode, you know, the first player to get to 2 digits in the NPFL, and you know, he stopped from where he started from where he stopped last season.
That's right.
Banging in the goals. It shows that the future is bright for him, and he's a player that we should monitor. We should not allow him, you know, get into backwater leagues somewhere outside this country. He's a great player, and we should continue to encourage him.
And Plateau United also in Yobong, they've shown good promise. In this game, they came to actually play, but let's still give shout out to MFM. It's just match day 14, but it's not looking like we'll see what we saw last season.
It's a very solid MFM side, and Fidelis Electric obviously enjoying the spotlight. He's really set his stall very excellently. They're picking up points away from him. They went to him last weekend and got a point. Went to Wiki with on a largely changed side and got a point at Wiki Tourism, came back, and I look at that penalty again. The defender was completely naive. When you're trying to nick the ball from behind a striker who's got goal side of you, asking the referee for a decision, and they absolutely did what a good striker should do. He absolutely put his boot through that, and the goalkeeper just couldn't stop that. And as you say, 10 goals out of 10. the coach said something very important after the game. He said he's a very, very obedient boy. He's a very humble boy who's kept his head. He scored 9 goals last season and he set standards for himself this season. I like Fidelis let you go on the touchline. He absolutely enjoys being on the camera. Absolutely. He loves being in front of the camera. But give credit to Stephen Ode. Give credit to the trio of that MFM side that are doing well. Sikiro Latumbosu and then there is Chukwuka Onuwa in that middle of the park. Wow. They are very creative. They're very hardworking. They play for each other. They work for each other. They defend in numbers. They attack in numbers. Excellent side. Coach Ilechu could just give us pictures that we can use to run NPFL promo. It's okay. Let's run through match day 14 results in Nigeria Professional Football League. Wiki Tourists got back to winning ways, defeating Katsina United by 2-1. So it seems the ultimatum, they work. Just tell a coach, if you don't win in your next 2-3 games, you're out, and then the result starts coming. Yeah, but when you're giving ultimatum, you have to pay the players. I mean, who much is given, much is expected. If you are not giving anything, you don't expect anything from them. ABS and Aimba played out a 1-1 draw. Complaints coming out of Ilorin, but it's football. You win some, you lose some, you draw some. So that one ended 1-1. But again, Austin, we have to look at officiating in the league because Imba complaining very bitterly. And before a team comes out to complain that bitterly, Akwa United were complaining as well. ABS also complaining that they had penalties of their own. But again, the referees have to be put on the scrutiny. They've got to be getting the right decisions because, again, we're talking about the fact that Nigerian clubs are not doing well in the continent. Yeah. Because if people are winning matches deservedly, you will churn out the best teams on the continent. But if people are winning matches with penalties, very dodgy penalties and controversial penalties, I'm afraid you're going to keep churning out big sides. This thing happened everywhere. Let's run through it. Our MFM 2 Plateau United 1. Kano Pillars defeated Gombe United by 2-0. Much needed victory. Shooting Stars, they will be ruining all the chances that they need. Very generous. In that 6 consecutive draw. Very generous. 6 consecutive goalless draw with Albion Warriors. And then FC Fayuba, what a cracker of a game. Yeah, leading 2-0. Wow. Lost the gap 2-2. And miraculously got a winning goal. Another penalty. Yeah, and then the one, they traveled back to you and started complaining. Also, Aqua United couldn't pick a point or win. And guess what? Coach Abdul Maikaba, the coach of Aqua United, has come out to say if officiating does not change in Nigeria, he will quit the game and go back to teaching. Okay. Go to teaching, teach our referees how to do the right thing. But a good one was seen from the league so far, match day 14. Yes, we'll come to officiating. Very, very important because we have said for the league to move to the level where we find it admirable, it has to be top notch. But those errors, human errors, are accepted because it happens everywhere. We've seen it at the World Cup, we've seen it in the English Premier League, in the Spanish La Liga, it's everywhere. Let's just look at the tables now. Let's see what the table is showing up. Top scorers in the league. I think the producer is in love with Stephen Ode. No, we need to see Stephen Ode first. Stephen Ode, 10 goals. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, phenomenal. Wow. I mean, he's gifted. He uses both legs, right and left, and he shoots very well. His position? And his positioning is absolutely like Bong said. Last season, MFM relies so much on Chukwuka Noah, but this season they have diversified. They have a lot of players in the middle of the park who are very creative. So it's easy for Ode to get good opportunities at scoring goals. So that's it. Top scorers in the Nigeria Professional Football League. It's Stephen Ode that is leading the pack with 10 goals. Let's see the table now. Plateau United, despite that defeat, they're still on top of the table. But see who is chasing. MFM, and they have a game in hand and they're on 24 points. That game in hand looks like it's a home fixture. If they win that, you see them getting clear of the Plateau United, and if they win that game, they will be on 27 points, and El Kaneme Warriors are also chasing on 27 points. It's 24 points. It's very interesting to see how this season will pan out because no one expected Plateau United, MFM, and maybe El Kaneme Warriors to be front runners in the league this season. We thought that the superpowers, the usual suspects, the Imbas and Kano Pillars, will be up there with the very best, but it's an interesting league. ABS, that's why they're not happy because if they had won that one against the Imba, I would have pushed them further. But look at them on the table, 5th, newly promoted side. You want to say well done to that club? Yeah, I've watched a couple of their games on Henry Mackin, where their coach. He came from Portugal,
a lot of experience, and his expertise is second to none. And it has rubbed off on the team. You watch how they play, very solid. They have great central defenders. There's a guy they call the governor, very cool, very articulate, clean tackles.
They don't respect big teams. They come out and play their game.
I mean, Eyimba is one of the teams that would have survived that in that place. They have not played any draws in Ilorin. I think Eyimba almost destroyed that record. For ABS, let's see how they go. It's still early days. I want to talk about economy. No disrespect meant they went to Umuahia, got 3 points. I mean, Ladan Boso used to be there, got 3 points. But most teams going to Maiduguri, they always go there with a depleted side because most of the top stars don't want to go to Maiduguri. For instance, when Eyimba went, unfortunately, their captain feigned injury, for obvious reasons. That's not a disrespect, but I think it's playing to their advantage. Since for a very long time, they have not lost at home.
They've not dropped a single point since April of last year.
Yeah, last season, only 2 teams scored there, and they lost, Sunshine Stars and MFM.
That's right.
They lost Sunshine 4-2, MFM scored, I think it was 2-1. Every other team did not score, and they lost.
The game is fair play. They're back home. Let's see. It will change. By the time we get to maybe match day 20, 25, and clubs understand that you need all your top players to come out, play. Nobody will fake injury anyway. Everybody will come out and play football. So that's it. You've seen the table in the Nigeria Professional Football League. That's the outlook after match day 14. We cannot wait. But before we leave this and go to the NNL, it's just match day 14. But do you think teams can start dreaming now, particularly the likes of Play 2, MFL, and El Academy?
No, you're going to dream, and you're going to dream for free. Nobody's paying you to dream. So I'm sure for Kennedy Boboye and Plateau United, and of course Coach Fidelis Ilechigo, they'll start to believe. The important thing is believing that you can go all the way, because when he gets into the business end of the season, your mettle will be tested, your character will be tested. Do they have the character to last along the season? You never know.
Some people will say John will never mature.
Yeah, but they are picking points, and it's very crucial.
Important.
I mean, when teams like Kano Pillars and Eyimba start getting into the groups, and they already have that advantage of the points they have picked, so it's going to be pretty difficult for this bigger team. So they can dream, and who knows, if they have the pedigree, if they have depth is very important. It happened to MFM last season. They started very well, won their first away game against Nasarawa in Makurdi, but they fizzled out. But I think this season the coach has worked on the team. Last season, second half, they are usually exhausted, fagged out. But this season, they go the whole 90 minutes. They have more players in the midfield, not relying only on Chukwu Kaunowa. They have Sikiro Latubos who scored the goal that has become the talk of the whole world, won the CNN Goal of the Week award. So let's see how it goes. They can fancy their chances.
And for MFM, you could see they travel all the way to Calabar from Lagos to play against Eyimba, and then they got a point in the midweek rescheduled game against Wiki Torres. Coach Fidelis made at least 4 to 5 changes. He wrong the changes, and they could still get a point. It shows that there's depth in that squad. It shows that this side can go all the way.
That's right. So we'll continue to monitor the Nigeria Professional Football League. We love it right here, and this is the place to be if you want to find out all that is going on in the NPFL. Let's get on with the show now. We're glad that action has started in the NNL. With poor results, we were trying to put it together, but a major talking point, Zamfara United defeated Kogi United, and just after one game, they told the coach of Kogi United, Aisha Ajata, pack your load and go.
Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. I thought the writers of that story made a mistake. I mean, Aisha Ajata, used to be one of the top scorers of the league. He's the coach of the team. He has been relieved. And the chairman of that club used to be a footballer too, Abdul Sule, former Brinigus player. How can you sack your coach just because of an away game for that matter against Zamfara United? So I don't know the reason. Well, I wish them the best. I hope it's not going to boomerang.
And maybe we also hope that it's not a football matter, because if for a football reason a coach gets fired after just playing a game away from home, then it's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. When you lose an away match, I think a club should be looking at stability. You can't be judging a coach after 1, 2, 3 matches.
Because this coach has prepared this team for a new
season. So you've got to allow him put his methods across and let the players get into the new season proper. You fire him after a game. I do not understand why.
That's it. That's the issues. Issues we're talking about. We need to dig into it and find out if Coach Isha Jatao has made record as a coach.
Maybe there is more to it than meets the eyes. It could be outside football. You know, the chairman and the coach almost have the same personalities. There could be personality clash between the two, and you know, two captains cannot be in one ship.
Oh, come on, guys! The game is fair play. So, but that's the story right there. Let's leave that now. We'll take a breather. When we come back, the Super Eagles friendly games. Who are the players in camp? How are they getting ready? We'll talk about it when we come back. Stay.